I'm gonna do my Q&A answers, I guess. I don't really know how else to do this other than just reading the questions off of my Instagram, and I'll just answer them from there. I'm sorry this took me a hot minute to get out to you. I don't know why. I tried to plan doing a video before I took like I did like 3 conventions in a row, which is a lot for me typically, but you know, here it is. I'm gonna do the thing, so here. There are 74 questions to answer, so I'm gonna try to run through these as quickly as possible. I'll probably skip over any duplicates, and yeah, I don't know, let's see what happens. What first got me into cosplay was back when I was 15 and Atomic Comics, the comic book store, was still around. One of my friends asked me if I wanted to go to a cosplay meetup, and I had no idea what that was. And she let me wear her Misa Misa costume there, and I just fell in love with the entire atmosphere, and everyone's really nice. And I love nerds, they're so cool, and I felt so welcome, and from there I was like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing ever, I need to do this more. Right now, I just have plans to make something for PAX Prime West, whatever you want to call it, in August, and as I start to work on that, I'll tell you more about it, but I'll just say that for now. What conventions do I plan on going to next year? The conventions I typically go to are, these are totally out of order. I do like BlizzCon, Colossal Con, Anime Expo, Katsu, PSX, PAX, E3, which I guess doesn't really count because it's industry, but I feel like I'm missing something else. I feel like there's like 1 or 2 more in there. If I look at my badges hanging up over there, I can figure it out, but like, that's a large majority of them. Would you rather fight a single 100-foot Big Daddy or 101-foot Big Daddies? I feel like I'd rather 100 tiny Big Daddies. Those would be super easy to take down. Like, only a foot tall, I would just kick them. It would be so easy. I don't want to take on 100-foot Big Daddy. I don't know how I could even do that. It would just step on me and I would die. My favorite drink, I go really back and forth on. I don't really have a favorite, I'd say. I really like wine. I like Malbecs, and I like Scotch. My go-to is always Glenlivet, but yeah, I don't know. Like whiskey, Scotch, wine. I really just kind of drink everything except tequila. If I smell tequila, it makes me want to vomit. Blech, bad experiences. What do I miss the most about the 90s? It was just a super fun time, I guess. I don't know, no one really cared about anything. Toys were simpler, kids knew how to have fun outside. You know, the good old stuff. I do plan on cosplaying from Destiny, especially with Destiny 2 coming out. I still want to cosplay my Hunter. I've made plans with one of my friends to do our Hunters, but that just keeps like getting thrown around. We haven't actually done it yet, but I'm really hoping to. What 5 party would I like to have? What 5 people would I like to have a party with? Real or fictional? I don't know. I can't think of anything. I don't want to sit here and rifle through everyone in my head of like who would be fun to have at a party. I'm like, what gaming stuff do I have around here? I don't know. Like, I know it would just be a bunch of video game characters, I'm sure. I'm sorry, that was poorly answered. I will never get an Xbox One, I'm sorry. Or the Xbox One S, or the Xbox One XXXSS. I don't know. No, it won't happen, I'm sorry. I won't marry this person, but I don't eat McDonald's either, so that question is irrelevant, I'm sorry. My 3 favorite games or game series. BioShock, Kingdom Hearts, Sly Cooper. I feel like I'm gonna go with, definitely. I don't really drink a whole lot at Starbucks. When I go, I get a sugar-free vanilla latte. That's literally all I get there. Just so you know. For someone who is starting cosplay, what advice can you give them? Just do it. Do not look at other cosplayers and think, oh, theirs is so much better than mine. Oh, this has already been done. Like, you just have to do it. Sometimes I make things that I know my friends could do 10 times better, and it probably looks like a piece of crap to them, but I looked at it and I'm like, oh my god, I made this. This is so cool. I'm so proud of this. Like my Prompto gun that I made, I've never made a gun before, and I'm sure everyone could have done it better than me, but I was so happy with how it came out because it was mine and I did it. So just don't be scared of cosplay. If you're trying to get into it, just do it. You don't need to get advice on how to build things either. Like, half of the cosplayers that do really big things, they learn how to do it from trial and error. They'll look online on Google, they'll try to figure out how to do things on there, so don't be afraid to look up the answers either. So just do it. My dream cosplay is a full armor Samus. I want to do the full armor, LEDs and everything, but that is so much work and I have no idea how to do it. That's way above my skill set, but maybe one day I would really hope to do that. That's what I want. How awesome is PlayStation? PlayStation is so awesome! Look at this shirt! I was so happy that they were actually selling tank tops at E3. It's always t-shirts. I don't like t-shirts. So PlayStation is the best. PlayStation is my babe, and I will work for them one day, I swear. Yes, Kate, I want to hang out sometimes, brah. Okay. A pool piggyback ride? Super Benjamin? Piggyback rides are cool. I could do that, I guess. Yeah, maybe. I don't really watch a whole lot of anime anymore. I kind of converted over to video games more when I was, I don't know, probably like 16. I stopped watching a whole lot of anime, and aside from like the question asked, a lot of like Americanized ones, and I just started playing games a lot. So nothing really non-Americanized. Like, I love My Hero Academia right now, and I love Dead Man Wonderland, but I don't think they're making another season of it, so that's shitty. You don't know. I thought of starting a Patreon, but I'm really sorry, I don't know if I ever will. I don't create content fast enough, in my opinion, to make a Patreon, so I would feel really bad doing that, and not giving you guys anything to look forward to with the tiers and stuff. I don't mind keeping all my stuff free for when it is available. So, my favorite Studio Ghibli movie is Spirited Away. It's gotta be Spirited Away. I love Haku. Ugh, I had such a little weeb crush on Haku when I was a kid. He's so pretty! Yes, we did just become friends. What got you into cosplay in the first place? I answered that. If I could only play on one console for the rest of my life, what would it be? I say my PS3. I like the PS3, you know? I hear some shitty things about it. I liked the PS3. The home system was very easy to maneuver. It was very user-friendly. There were sweet games on it. All my favorite series were on there. So, like, PS3. What fandom means the most to you and why? I feel like Doctor Who is probably my main fandom. I have a Doctor Who license plate on my car, and it's a blue Honda, so it's like my little TARDIS, and I love it. And they're so good at getting you super attached to the characters, and I love that show. It's taken some turns here and there, but like, that is my show. Stop it. The cosplays that I've done recently that I enjoyed the most was probably Aloy. I loved doing Aloy, even though it was a lot of hard work and hand sewing, which just takes time, and it was so difficult, and literally the first stitch I did on her little shoes, I sewed right through my finger, so my blood is in that costume. So I love it. We are one, and I love how it turned out. I was super proud of it. I do really want to touch up a lot of stuff, but like in the moment, I was super proud of that costume. I will not be at San Diego Comic-Con. I am so sorry. It's way too hard to get in, and it's so crowded, and no. Who inspires me? All of my friends that work at PlayStation inspire me because that's what I strive to be, and I want to work hard like them and help the gaming community and inspire other gamers, little baby nerds, and nurture them. And Jessica really inspires me. Jessica Nigri, of course, the way she is able to like pump out costumes so fast and they all look so good, and I love her. She's amazing, and she's my best friend. How many front flips do you think you can do falling from a plane? Oh, I could probably do a lot. yeah, I can imagine I could do quite a few before I died. Or hopefully I have a parachute in this scenario, but probably a lot. You just moved to Tempe and you want to go hiking? Go to Papago Park. Papago Park has some great hiking. South Mountain is the best place for hiking. If you're going to go hiking in the Tempe area, do that. Those two are great. Anywhere in Flagstaff, if you feel like taking a drive, really good hiking. Sedona, great hiking. Someone has come up to at a con before to me and was like, oh my god, thank you, you inspire me. And that made me so happy. I was like, oh my god, I'm doing something good in the world, even if it's so small. I don't know, I was happy about it, but yeah, it's happened. I like getting recognized, it's fun. I mean, I get really shy and people are like, hey, are you Arcanine Rar? And I'm just like, yes. And that's usually what I do, and then we can hug it out and stuff, so it's cool. Consular PC, console, come on. Look at this shirt. The time where I was the happiest? There was a time where I, like, called out of work once and flew to LA for literally 23 hours just to visit a friend that was visiting from Canada, and it was the perfect day, and I loved it, and it was great. So I was really happy. Some of your cosplays are really elaborate. Do people recognize you when you're in costume? Honestly, no. It's kind of weird. Somehow, whenever I don't have my blonde hair with this nice swooshy bang, my friends can't recognize me, especially in like Tina. That wig throws everyone off. They don't recognize my face or anything. People don't recognize me in Aloy. I'll like wave at my friends and they like go like, hi, who is this girl? So that's always fun. I'm actually apparently really hard to spot in cosplay, so say my friends. I am from Arizona. I was born and raised here. My dad was from Chicago and my mom was born in Würzburg, Germany. No, I don't know if I would ever do a full costume commission even if you paid me. I'm sorry, person. My puppers right now is Chica. She's that little scruffy chihuahua thing that I post all the time. She's my little baby. After I did the Q&A question, like, I'm super sorry for a sad turn. Like, my other dog, Maya, she passed away. She had valley fever, which is kind of a problem out here in the desert. It's, like, something that lives in the dirt, and it gets in your lungs and whatever. She fought really hard, but she didn't make it, and I love her, and I miss her. But, how do you pronounce your name? It's Arcanine. Yeah, it's like not Arcanine, don't space it out like that, but Arcanine. 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 My favorite PlayStation franchise, I feel like I mentioned it. It's probably, I don't know, I really love Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper's great. I really like Sly Cooper, and I love the God of War series also. God of War is cool. Let's look at my shelf here. Uncharted's really good. I do love Uncharted, another nice PlayStation exclusive. Ratchet & Clank was always a favorite of mine as a kid. There's some good titles in there. Favorite show growing up? Pokemon. It's probably Pokemon. I really liked Pokemon. That's why my name is that. Oh, you know what show I also liked? I loved Legends of the Hidden Temple. That show was awesome, and I still watch it sometimes. Like, I always was looking at these kids and I'm like, why can't you just build the silver monkey? It's 3 pieces! What gives me motivation? All of my friends around me, seeing them doing bigger, better builds every time. It makes me want to stop doing like some small stuff that I tend to do, but I do work a lot. I work 40 hours a week at my job, so like cosplay is always gonna probably just be a hobby of mine, so that is why I build smaller things and a lot slower, but I do still love doing it, and I want to get better and build better and do big things. My favorite beanie? Oh, I don't want to move. Alright, so I actually happen to have my 2 favorite beanies kind of close by. This one, also by the way, all the beanies I own are gray. I don't know why. This one I wear 90% of the time. Jessica let me borrow it for Anime Expo like 3 years ago because we drove together, and I was like, oh shit, can we turn around? I know we just left. I left my beanie at my house, and she like takes hers off her head, throws it in the backseat, just goes, where mine? And then I never gave it back. And she knows that, and I'm sorry. This is my other favorite one because it's my PlayStation beanie and I love it. I got it at PSX, the second year of PSX. This was in the bag for it. and I love it. I love this one so much because I got rep hard. You're stuck on a deserted island for the rest of your life. What one item do you take with you? I know it's like really shitty, but I want to say I'd take Chica. Like, I don't want her to be deserted on an island with me because she's great and doesn't deserve that, but I love her and I don't want to be alone. My peanut butter to jelly or jam ratio, it's like a 70-30 jam to peanut butter. And I use like strawberry jam, so it's still got like big chunks of strawberry in it. That's the good stuff. I will probably not go to Ireland at some point. No, I am sorry. Maybe. I do like to travel, and I'm always looking at new places to go, so maybe one day. My favorite Final Fantasy and favorite Zelda game. My favorite Final Fantasy. I honestly really like Dirge of Cerberus. I know a lot of people weren't a fan of the third-person shooter kind of thing with Vincent, but I really liked it. And I love Shulk. She's a really cool character. I also like Final Fantasy X. 10's good. I like 10. My favorite Zelda is probably just Ocarina of Time, going back to the childhood. I would love to come to a show or a con in Europe, but I don't know if it'll happen. That's a lot of travel expenses, so unless I got invited as a guest, I probably wouldn't. I don't know. It's crazy when someone recognizes me and I told you. I get really embarrassed and really shy, and then I give you a hug at the end. My top 3 favorite PS1 titles. Oh, don't make me talk about PS1. I was a fucking weeb. Sorry, I was a child when that was out. On PS1, I would always play like a Harry Potter game. I played Scooby-Doo Cyber Chase. I would play Spyro. I loved Spyro on the PS1. Yeah, a lot of little baby titles. I won't be going to Gamescom. I'm sorry. I talked about advice for cosplaying. If I could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? The realistic one I'd want to say would be San Francisco, because at that point I'd be working for PlayStation. That's the only reason I would go there. If I had the perfect life, I would maybe want to live in Germany. I've been there before, and I have a lot of family that lives there, and I learned German just because of my heritage, and I really like it there. It's really pretty. Ooh, what's my favorite food, and if challenged, how much of it could I eat? I really like fettuccine alfredo. That's such a kid answer. I like pasta. Pasta's good. I'm gonna say sushi. If you had just like a giant plate of salmon nigiri laid out, like the sashimi, I don't want the rice, I just want like the salmon, I could eat probably someone under the table, I'm sure, and there would be sake involved, and it would just be a great time. The most memorable con I've ever done, I'm going to say, is PSX last year. That was when PlayStation hired me to cosplay Aloy for them at the booth for Horizon, and I flipped my literal shit when they asked. Like, that's the tiniest baby step up to working for my dream company, was getting to partner with them on that event, and I adored every moment of it. I loved getting to see and meet all the fans, and it was just super cool letting everyone hold the bow and like interacting with the Watcher robots that I'm sure all of you have seen. It was the best time, the best convention I've probably ever had. Like, there are other fun ones, but like, that one was definitely the most memorable. Plant honeysuckles in your backyard. I'm gonna say honeysuckles. My all-time favorite console is still, like, I'm just gonna say the PlayStation in general, not any specific console in that series. And my favorite game of all time, I don't have one. I talked about the 3 that are like top tier, but I couldn't choose between those 3. I do like your choice though for Super Smash Bros. That's, like, I love that game. I still play that game. On my, like, entertainment system, I have my PS4, my PS3, and then my N64 set up, so I can still play, like, all of the games I love. Like Gauntlet. I've been playing a lot of Gauntlet. Gauntlet Legends. Does anyone remember that? I love Gauntlet Legends. Whew. But there you go. I answered It wasn't exactly like 72 questions or whatever I said because there were some duplicates in there, but I ran through them all, and I hope you enjoyed getting the tiniest little taste of my life. And I am going to start working on my costume for PAX, like I said, so keep an eye out for updates on that. I don't know what else to say. Bye. You guys are great.